Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here in this cabin. This seems so unfamiliar to my other setups, but I made it back to Canada. Don't worry, this is not where I live, but I'm currently staying in this cabin because I got a new camera, the Sony FX3, and I wanted to test it out a little bit here in nature, shoot the cabin, shoot the campfire, shoot the river, which is really close, and just want to show you the footage first, and then let's talk about the camera after. Let's roll it. So if you're looking for a camera review, this is not a real in-depth camera review. There's tons of other ones out there. I just wanted to let you know why I bought this camera, and I recently sold my Blackmagic Pocket 6K because it was not good for shooting product videos and the stuff that I'm shooting right now. As you might know, I'm mostly shooting product videos, and the FX3 just seemed like the better choice over the 6K Pro. First of all, the 6K Pro has a serious crop in shooting slow motion. This FX3 can shoot up to 240 frames per second in slow motion in full HD. And it's just like a simpler setup. It has good autofocus, which you can use for run and gun stuff, and also like for product videos. Sometimes that's really handy if you have autofocus. Also, the Blackmagic cameras have a little bit different workflow than the Sony cameras, and I kind of like, because I have shoot in a fast-paced environment and I have to be really quick with my edits and everything. The Sony workflow is a little bit more quick, I would say, and a little bit more and less complicated. At least that's what I think, and this is also a huge plus, especially when you shoot product videos, because sometimes I have to move really quick, and I feel like the Sony camera is better for that. Also, what I'm really digging is the flip screen. I'm actually like here by myself, and I just wanted to film myself, and I just brought the camera and the lens, and obviously this audio recorder, but I can't see myself. I frame myself with the flip screen. This is actually like so good, like to have a flip screen finally on the Sony camera. This is really helpful when you shoot like YouTube videos like I'm doing right now. So I'm really glad that they put that on. The FX3 also has this nice little record button that you don't miss. Sometimes like I shoot a video, actually that happened on the A7 III, and I pressed the record button and then I did something really complicated, and I mean this is also partly my fault, and I didn't see that it's not recording, and this is like the most annoying thing if you don't see that the camera is not recording. And I feel like with this bigger button, you press it hard and then it actually lights up in red, and there's a light in the front, so you can't really miss that the camera is not recording. And yeah, as I said, in product videos, sometimes you have to do like really complicated stuff, and then you have to reset, and this takes a long time, and then, at least that's what I think, it's really annoying if you miss it went well, like what you shot, and then you missed it because you didn't record it. So I think this is also not going to happen with the Sony FX3, but I mean, this is also partly my fault, but it just like makes your life a little easier, I would say. And I mean, you probably know all this already because you watched a bunch of other videos, but I like the simple setups. I don't like rigging out my camera, especially for product videos. I like it simple. And the FX3 has all these mounting points where I can mount stuff to. The Sony A7S III doesn't have that. You have to get a cage and everything. For product videos, I like it to keep it really simple and don't rig out the camera too much. So this is another point why I got the FX3, because it has these mounting points around the camera that I can mount like a monitor to or something else. I don't need a cage for that. Yeah, it's just like this was the obvious choice for me. I can't really explain it, but I thought like, okay, this is the camera I have to get. And I kind of like the body. I like how it looks. I mean, this is not really like a good thing to look for, how the camera looks, but I just like, this is a bonus. I like how the camera looks, and also it has like better ergonomics. I mean, it's a cinema camera. I don't need a viewfinder because I don't really take a lot of photos, And actually, when I got it, the price didn't seem, at least in Canada, it didn't seem any different from the Sony a7 III. And you got like the XLR input with them. So this is, maybe I got a good deal, but it didn't seem more expensive than the Sony a7 III, maybe like $100 or something. But I think it's really worth it to get the FX3 if you're just shooting video. If you're shooting photos also, then you might be better off with the a7 III. But for me, this was the logical choice. I really liked shooting videos. I don't shoot a lot of photos. This can still take the photos, but this is not my priority. If video is your focus, then I would really recommend this camera. I mean, I haven't shot on it a lot, so this is just my first impressions, but I'm really loving it so far. I shot it maybe like an hour or so. If you want to take my opinion for it, I shot on a lot of different cameras, and last I had the a7 III. This is definitely a huge upgrade, and I'm really loving the camera so far. Also, the ergonomics are cool. I'm really can't wait to shoot some more with that and show you guys. Also, I just wanted to say this cabin here is amazing. It's in the middle of the woods, and there's this glass front. I'm shooting some footage, some B-roll after, and this glass front, and it's just amazing how it looks. You're hearing the river flowing, and I just made a campfire, and I shot in 240 frames per second. Let's see how that looks. I think it looks great. I think it's a really step up from the Sony a7 III that I got, because it only can shoot 120 frames per second, and just sometimes you need that double the frame rate that it could slow it down even further. And I'm actually like interested in how that looks. I think this can be really helpful for shooting product videos, because sometimes you need a real slow motion video. And yeah, this is also a part of that why I got that, because it can shoot good slow motion. And then obviously, like, it has 10-bit now and it can shoot ProRes. This is just like on another level compared to my older camera, the Sony a7 III. I'm actually curious how big the difference I'm gonna notice, but for the specs, this should be way better than the a7 III. But now enough with the talking. I just wanted to give you a little bit of overview and the reason why I got this camera. I hope you find it helpful a little bit. I'm just gonna shoot some more and show you the footage. I think that's what this camera is most about, and you can see the footage and see if you like it. If you follow my channel, you're gonna see a lot of more product videos coming up shot on the Sony FX3, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. As always, a free and easy way to support the channel is hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, you might consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram at sebpicmedia, and I will see you in the next video.